get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now.
Coach, some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Ready? 51's the mic. 51's the mic. 61. Max Fox. Right.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
54 Mike.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Mike's 5-4. Yep, go. Mike's 5-4. 3 buzz. 3.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Max 56. That's great. Drop my team.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm coming for you. You mine.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 99.
2nd and 11. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 40. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Ravens' 42-yard line.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Rush in.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40.
That's it, baby.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Looking to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Second and 12 at the 15-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12.
Slam. Hey, motion to backfield. Hot seven. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game. Everything
that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Check. Go. Echo. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Army.
Now Jackson on first down.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. 56.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. Past the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 28 yards. And a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Colts 19-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The quarterback run, good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. 56. Watch the run. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I don't think you got it, son.
Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
I know he ain't got it.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let him know. Bravo. Let him know. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
A 35-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. That's it. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
In your face.
Chin up, chin up. Ready.
From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Coming to you. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready, ready. Mike Henry. Spike 56. Out, ball. Get him. Get him. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Stop your whining.
56 to Mike, boys.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Mike's 56. Check, 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 check. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Don't get nervous.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Flush to Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
All day, every day. Any day. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. 64.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going deep downfield for... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Jackson now to throw on 3rd down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Go. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. Echo.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
You don't want it? You don't want none of it. Get it. Pick up the ball.
Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And this one's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Jackson from the shotgun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Mike, check. 59. Watch the slant. Smoke.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get him back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
You can't stop me.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming.
They'll drop to throw. He gets it to Cooks. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
Yeah, from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Time to go. Night, night. 6-6. Go. 4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
Jackson now down around his goal line. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Zip it. Orbit. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Come off the ball.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Ravens on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, let's get him on.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Yeah.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Go. Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Hey, watch that.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
54, Mike. I'm coming. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Let's go, defense.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Justin Houston in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson looking left side, and it's complete. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hey, we got 3 down. 90 is a Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Let it go.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Jackson, throwing again on 2nd and 10. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson, throwing on 3rd and long. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Let's go now. 60 yards.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight on. Out. 3 down. Out.
Jackson on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
90 is a Mike.
Double dog. That's the way.
90 is a Mike. I got wide. 90.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
On the ball.
Now Jackson throwing again. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the field goal means we're back to a 1-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Colts, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, It's their very first clunker of the year as they'll fall to 12-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.